Alright, this will be the second video on Excel. This one is about manipulating data in the spreadsheet, and how we're going to work on that is build a hockey pool and a pie chart for our budget. Hockey pool is titled Excel Madness because it is very challenging, but don't worry, after watching this video, much easier. So we'll dive right in. I chose hockey because in Canada we have lots of stats, and CBC/sports under NHL is where we go to find these stats. Very cleverly labeled as stats, and here we go. There's a whole bunch of different pages with a whole bunch of different numbers. We are interested in choosing 8 players who score goals, so under more leaders for the offensive leaders. We'll grab some players from there. We'll also be interested in 1 goaltender, so let's look at the best goaltenders and grab their stats while we're at it. So we'll select the URL and copy the link, and we'll head over to Excel. Under the data menu, we're going to get external data from the web. This opens up a little browser, and we're going to paste our link in there. There we go. I've done this a few times, and there is a script error on this page, but because we need to go see the page, we continue running the scripts. There'll be probably 5 of these little warning dialogues. Nothing to be scared of. There we go. The instructions here say you click next to the table you want to select. In the off chance that there is nothing here for us to select, there's a hide icons and a show icon button. If you toggle that, they usually show up, and then you select the one you're interested in. We need all of this information, and you can see that the only table that contains that is the entire page. So we select the entire page and the import button. And we get this little dialog box here that says, would you like to place the data here? If you had tried to insert data in a page that already contained information, you might want to open a new worksheet. But since this was a blank workbook and a blank worksheet, I am confident that placing my data starting at A1 won't overlap any other existing data. So here we go. And we wait. Depending on your internet connection speed, this might take a while. Don't freak out, just let it do its thing. It's actually using the internet as a sensor. So it's polling like a receiver for information, and the information is on this web page. It sends back a stream of information to Excel and it displays it, which for a hockey pool is fabulous. So here we go. We have the top 50 goal scorers. We're also going to need the goalies, and I notice that our connection sort of tapers off in this column M. So I think we'll give it a little bit more room, and we're going to grab our goaltenders, copy the URL, paste it in here, go get them. 5 more yeses. And toggle the icons, select our table, import the data. And we'll place it right there. Okay, we have our information. Excel has built 2 connections. You can see these under the data menu. There are some properties. If we don't want to let Excel just randomly do a background refresh, we can turn it off. It's a good idea. So it does give the opportunity for Excel to crash if it doesn't have a solid network connection. But now that we've turned that off, tomorrow, how do I get an update? I'm going to click this refresh all, and all of the information in this worksheet, which I'll name data, is going to be erased, and new information is going to be placed in. I only mention this because you're going to see that this is rather ugly, and if you have any sort of OCD issues, you might decide, hey, this is ugly, I want to clean it up, and start deleting rows and shrink them. Well, as I said, as soon as you click that refresh all of your hard work will be removed. So don't waste your time making this look pretty. Just make a new worksheet, and this is where you can put your actual hard work. So, for example, I might have a contestant name and points, and I'm going to choose some hockey players, and I'm interested in their goals, wins. For my goalie, I'm interested in assists and shutouts, wins, and their total points. So let's say that I was just awesome at choosing my players, and I lucked out to choose the best scorers. I'm probably going to win this hockey pool, but you never know. Under the home menu, there's an easy way to do formulas, and that's to let Excel do it automatically. What this formula does is it'll add up all of these and place the answer right here. And I can copy that all the way down here. And I can do the exact same thing for the calculating the contestant points. If I want to add up all of this, I just show it where I'd like to add, and there we go. Currently, I'm probably losing. Oh, it's terrible. But at some point, maybe my luck will turn around. Alright, make this look a little fancier. Yay, there's some color. Maybe make it a little bigger. Maybe even underline it. There we go. So I've asked you to have a couple of contestants in your hockey pool, and we'll put them in a nice pretty table. There we go. Make that pretty too. Alright, so the first the first contestant we'll grab from here, and that contestant's points, grab from there. Alright, so as I said, currently I'm not doing very well, but let's face it, I haven't done the hard work yet. How do you get this cell to grab this information? I could copy and paste it, and this one, and this one, and this one, and every day I could go in here and update it by copying and pasting. It's time consuming. So the easy way is to use a formula. Once I choose that one, there is the opportunity for this button here to be used. And this is what Excel does, to show you that it cares about you, it will teach you how to use the formula. I don't need the teaching today because I already understand what this formula wants. The lookup value is the cell that contains the information I want to find in a table. So I'm going to look for Connor McDavid. He is going to be in this table right here, which I'll draw out by selecting the rectangle. And things you need to know about here. The item that I'm looking up needs to be in the first column. So I can't draw my rectangle with this rank. It doesn't work. The list does not need to be in alphabetical order. And this is in fact organized by points. So that's wonderful. But we do have to tell Excel that it's not alphabetical order. And that's what it says down here, true or false. It is false. The column index. Which column contains the information we want when there's a match? So when it finds Connor, we want it to look at goals. And this is column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we will also be interested in column 10. So column number 9, right there. And there we go. Magic. Now, I talked in the last one about using the fill handle to copy our formula all the way down. But before I do that, I have to protect that table that we've just spent time to draw out. And I do that with the F4 button. And this locks in our cell range. Otherwise, when I use the fill handle to drag down, it will increment both of these numbers, and I don't want that. I want that exact table. So thank you, Excel, for the F4 button. All right, there we go. I know that this is a formula I want, so I can copy it, and I can paste it in right here, and the only adjustment I have to make is to give me the 10th column. Again, thank you for the fill handle, Excel. All right. I now am interested in shutouts and wins, but before I can do that, I need to go choose myself a goalie. And why not choose the one that's winning right now? Paste it in. Let's go. Oh, let's not be lazy. Let's type it out. I'm interested in A14. The table, however, that's challenging. So I'll use the helping system right there to go draw out the table. And I'm not going to bother with the F4 button for this because I don't need to copy it. But what? Well, I know it's not alphabetical order. I don't know what column I need out of that. I'm going to go do the counting again. That'll be column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the wins, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is the shutouts. Interested in the wins. Oh, I placed it in the wrong spot. Not a big deal. We'll just move it over. Copy that. And paste it in there. And I said column 9 was the shutouts. There we go. I am now winning. I think I am. We should rename that. There's a summary. And we should probably make this look a little bit better. So it's very plain. So a little bit of formatting, bold up, maybe a nice box, maybe center the, well, maybe we should center everything in that little table. There we go. It's already starting to look better. Maybe we'll add a few borders around the cells. Probably be more appropriate. Isolate off our labels. a nice border. Maybe we want this to look a little bit fancy too. We'll try and use the format painter. There we go. That was much faster. It's starting to look pretty good. I mean, you could go even further with this if you wanted, but I think it's good for now. Let's copy this sheet and we'll invent another contestant. Oh. Organize those. So both these sheets are now identical, but Tom probably is going to choose some other players for his hockey pool, and I suspect he's going to lose. So 42 to 48 probably be a good choice for Tom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to need a new goalie. How about we help him out and give him one of the nice guys from down here. All right. Well, we did lose our formatting, and I guess we could probably do this a little differently. Keep our formatting by using the paste special. We just paste in the values. Of course, I actually have to copy this properly. Let's not be so mean. Let's choose somebody from the middle. Yeah, that's better. All right, and what about these guys? Let's grab some of those. And again, we'll paste special, just the values. All right. So I'm winning by a few points. But we want our summary page to show us who's playing with us. Let's type that in. Let's put down their points. There we go. Now for a pie chart, you just have to select the data that you want in the chart, and we'll want to insert a chart. Maybe you want a fancy one, maybe a 3D pie. There's all kinds of good ones. Let's go with that one. And it's a pretty decent title. If you wanted to edit it, you could. I think you probably are interested in a few labels. Under design, there's some labels. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Inside, center. I think that's the best choice. There's the percentage. Who's got the most? Greg's winning. All right, I like the look of that one. So, that is topic 13 in a nutshell. Enjoy.